is a world premiere. A world premiere. Mr. Magic, rest in peace. Hey, everybody, Mac and Damer here for OCR Kings.
Yeah,
And it's that special time of year. We've got the Killington map for this September. It's
yes,
coming up this weekend, September 14th and 15th, up there in Killington, Vermont. Wow.
yeah.
This is a bucket list race for a lot of people. This was actually my very first Spartan race ever. I did the Beast up there, and I was like, "What the hell am I? What did I get myself into?" So,
Yeah, Killington is near and dear to us. It was like
mhm.
spent some time in Vermont, so love the mountain, love the place. The mountain is absolutely no joke.
It is no joke. Absolutely, you beat me to it. Yep. Looking at
So
it right here too. I'm trying to discern which one of these is the Death March. Okay, if you're not familiar with it, the Death March is you start low at the bottom of the mountain or one of the mountains because there are multiple peaks here on Killington. I don't think many people realize that. You start at the bottom and you go all the way up to the top.
it's the long straight one right up the middle at about mile 4, because that is right underneath. That's the Killington main. I remember I learned how to ski at Killington. Absolutely remember that it's super steep. Now it's the K1 gondola. There it is. So I think it's
Oh,
right at that mile 4 or the mile 20 for the ultra coming around. It goes from the Killington Base Lodge almost to the top, but that whole section under the K1 gondola lift is really, really steep. So
right.
that's an absolute slog up the hill.
Yep. The views up there are beautiful. It's totally worth it. But while you're doing it, it's kind of like heads down, keep moving, just
Yeah.
keep on going.
Well, the
And
weather for this weekend is absolutely phenomenal. Just awesome, good, perfect weather. Not too hot, not too cold. So it's really good racing conditions. A little bit
excellent.
jealous that you and I can't make it. I'm still recovering, and you're getting ready for a marathon.
Yes, I am. It's good to hear that the weather's going to be nice because had you gotten caught out there, this is what I understand,
Yes.
that this mountain will be as cold and lonely as it was 200 years ago.
Yeah.
That sign seems to be in pretty good shape. Are they putting up new ones up there?
Yeah. In fact, there's another one that I've seen on that mountain that says "Do not ski alone" or "Do not race alone." Yeah, don't get lost on the ultra loop and never to be seen again.
Yeah, the Ultra Loop, lots of zigzags over here. Which hill or mountain? What is this? Bear
Yeah,
Mountain's
so
over here, right? This
yeah,
is Bear
so
Mountain
I
to the
mean,
left.
this whole the usual Killington for all the years we've gone is right where that zigzag parking lot is right below. That's the main lodge,
Hmm.
that's the main parking, and that's usually kind of where we start, or you start a little bit further down on that main access road
And
down at
I
Ramshead.
was going to ask about that. Where's
Yep.
Wobbly Barn? Where's Wobbly?
It's
Is
a
it
little bit further south, but
it's
yeah,
like over here
you're heading
somewhere?
in the right zip code. If Wobbly is open for after race drinks,
Get there.
certainly during the ski season, that place is fun.
Yep,
Yep,
yep.
live music, a good time. That's a
People in their
definite.
sweaty snow pants and their
That's right. Yeah, stinky ski socks,
stinky,
just
yeah,
gross.
having some
So
beers, live
so
music, good times.
this map has flipped the script. So you're actually parking and starting and festival area is all the way over at the left. That's Bear
That's
Mountain.
Bear Mountain, right?
So you're actually starting and finishing at Bear Mountain. So that's just super cool.
Yep.
It's going to give the race a whole different vibe because you're going to spend a lot more time over on that side of the mountain.
It's kind of
So it's
cool.
like, yeah, so you kind of start there and you
You're ending over there too. Looks like they're stacked up though at the bottom. That's not
yep.
necessarily our favorite. What is it? 31 through 35. That's all the typical ones. Z-wall, sandbag carry number 2. Ooh. Herc hoist,
Herc,
multi-rig, and the
yeah,
fire jump are
yeah. So
all
Herc,
all over there.
multi-rig, and fire jump right at the finish line, and
Standards. They did, however, make one change, which I am super happy to announce. It's almost as if they're listening to us.
yeah, it's
almost
all
as if they're taking into consideration the things that we've said many, many times, bring in some favorites from other races and or
yes,
add some new obstacles. And Damer, I know you've seen it. It's right
Yeah,
over
number
here, number 23.
coming in at number 23.
Ape hanger.
Yeah.
Awesome. About time. Cool.
And look at that.
Where's
They put it at the absolute peak of the mountain. So you can have awesome views
That's
while
amazing.
while trying ape hanger, which isn't a typical obstacle you see at most races. It's definitely Poconos down there is
Yep.
where I've seen it. Don't know if it finds its way to other races,
You
but
have
that's
you
super cool.
you battle all the way up to the top and
That's a
looks for the
long
second
that's a long uphill there from mile 6 through mile
sec,
7,
second or
and then
third time.
yep,
And then you're going up there and you got to battle ape hanger. That is cool. I'm actually jealous because it almost makes
that's
me,
cool.
regret not having gone up there just for that obstacle. Okay.
Yeah, and since they flipped the script totally on the starting and end point, you're nowhere near the pond at the bottom down below Killington Base, which they've done the water
The
obstacles.
swim, right? Isn't that
It's
down like here?
it's even further down. It's like it's right, yeah, it's right there.
Oh, right. Wow. All right.
Yeah,
So
that was
no
always down.
bridge.
Yeah, yep. So
What was that? What did that used to be? Well, Tarzan swing?
yeah, yeah, yep.
Oh, I
Yes,
gotta
it's like
get one of our videos now.
yeah, and that obstacle was kind of a super cool. You had to put on a life vest and swim out there. So that's that's cool that Ape Hanger is there. It's kind of a bummer that that big water obstacle is not there.
So we're gonna do this. We're doing it live. No, we'll do it live.
So looking like if you
The hell
start
with
and you
those.
just look at the sprint course looks like it starts pretty nice because you leave Bear Mountain and you're kind of going through the woods and you link up with some of the trails and you come into what's known as Needle's Eye, right at
Okay.
the bottom of the lifts area. And that's where like 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11 seem to be stacked up. So that's where you're going to get that's where you're going to see dunk wall. So you are going to get wet, at least with dunk wall. And then the typical. So spear throw, yep, rope climb.
It's amazing that you have such a handle on this mountain where you know where every
Yeah.
freaking thing is.
Well, I mean, I kind of grew up and spent a lot of time about 40 minutes away from this mountain. So learned how to ski here. Snowboarded a lot over at mountain next door, Pico. So a great mountain. And in fact, there's a whole interesting thing going on with Killington right now. It's actually being bought by
By
a bunch.
Spartan? Oh my goodness. No.
Yeah, nope, by a bunch of skiers. Just some old school guys who grew up learning skiing and loving this mountain. Just
Interesting.
put in a giant amount of money to buy it. So they're buying it away from one of the big companies.
Are they going to kick off snowboarders again? Because remember when we started,
Yeah,
just a few short years ago, snowboarding was not allowed on
that's
Killington.
right. Not at
Yeah,
first. Yep.
yeah, snobs. But anyway, worked out great. And getting back to what that obstacle was called with the bridge, little plug for an earlier video from ourselves here. Tarzan swing.
There
So
it
you're not doing
is.
any of that. Interesting.
Yep, you're nowhere even near that area of the mountain, which is kind of weird because there's hotels over there. So it's interesting that you'd probably be staying at some hotels in that area, and then you'd have to cut over and actually go to the Bear Mountain parking lot, or maybe they're going to run shuttles. That I don't know. But
Right?
yeah, I mean, look at all the water here. You're wearing a vest. You got to climb the rope.
Could be
It's
a liability thing,
yeah,
where or construction one year they didn't have it because things were under construction. There was another year with drought where I think they didn't have it. Maybe the new owners who were buying this place are like, no, dude, get out of the what?
yeah, right.
You're not, no, it's
How
just
many
too
people have
dangerous.
almost drowned here? All
Yeah,
of
or
yeah,
hypothermia. Remember
yeah,
that one year? The first year it
yep.
was freezing cold. People were coming out of the water
Yeah, because
shivering.
even at this race, the penalty loop, you had to go and swim all the
Swim
way
some more.
across.
Yeah.
So it's like you got
That was a rite of passage, though,
yeah,
doing
yep,
that and getting all worked up for it and whatever. So,
yep. So bummer that that's out, but really excited they brought in a new one like Ape Hanger, so that's cool. It was like looking down the list, it was like it's typical fare. So I mean,
Yep.
it's nice to see you've got those harder obstacles that are kind of cool, that are Stairway to Sparta, and
You've
like
got, if you look at it for the Beast, you've got four, one, two, three, four big ups. If you want to argue that this is an up as well, five. Look
yeah,
at the ultra topography here. Looks
yeah,
like a
right.
heart rate. I mean, that's insane. Hats off to you guys doing the ultra over here.
Yep, that's a long
Nuts.
day. Anyone who's doing the ultra, check in and let us know how it went.
Yeah,
Just
and
because we know Killington, and
it's a monster.
yep,
It's the elevation is no joke. I was talking with Tom too, and he agrees. There's something missing from this course or this map that they could have easily added a super. It's like you
yeah,
couldn't have
true.
fit a super, just take another
Yeah,
turn in here.
yeah, like throw in the death march and then cut it back, and yeah,
Yeah, you go up
yep.
this far and then
Yeah,
you
that way, and then
reconnect with the,
you,
I don't know,
you
you could have done it. It could have been a trifecta weekend,
yeah,
but maybe they concentrated all of their efforts into adding ape hanger. Hey, cool. At least we're getting something out of it. I'd like to see ape hanger at more events and
yeah, seriously.
maybe some new stuff throughout the next season.
Yes, Spartan, pretty please. Yep.
So also, we had spoken about this before. This would be a cool destination place if you don't do one of the hotels, if you could rack out here somewhere.
Yeah, you and I have talked about that. Kind of when we were at New Hampshire at the Speedway and they just had places where you could kind of RV and set
Yeah.
up camps, like that would just be a super cool idea
Yep.
and create a really cool race vibe if you could all kind of tent out and set up and everyone's chilling and hanging out, and just like I don't
Absolutely.
know, it was like pay a little extra to camp there. Like
Yep.
I would absolutely do that.
I think we'll have to have a whole video maybe that talks about some of our fun and wacky ideas. One of
Yeah,
them was
right.
to include ape hanger in more races, and look, here we are.
That's right.
Fantastic. All right. Well, everybody heading up there to Vermont, good luck. Have a great race. Damer
Yes,
said the weather's going to be fantastic, so enjoy that.
yeah, looks good. Yep.
Definitely check in. Let us know how you did. How was the course? How was the layout? How was Ape Hanger? We
That's
want to
right.
know. We
Yep.
want to know. And definitely don't ski alone and don't get caught on the mountain because, it'll be just as cold as it was 200 years
It's like 80,
ago.
80 degrees on Saturday
Yeah.
afternoon.
Well, we'll catch you on the next one, guys. We hope to see you out there on the course. But until that time, remember, as always, train hard
Have fun.